Welcome, 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 welcome. Taking a few long and slow deep breaths. Breathing in the new, breathing out the old. Letting go of anything that no longer serves on the out breath. Just letting these beautiful crystalline tones enter your field, enter your body. So let us breathe into our hearts. Breathing love. Let's take a few deep breaths, breathing all the way down to our toes. Whew. Making any sound that you find helpful on your out breath. So next Monday is the 12th. Next Monday is a 12/12 gateway. And there are energies, strong energies between the 12th and the 21st, which is another 3/3 gateway. 1 and 2 adding up to 3. So next Monday I am guided to do a gathering, to host a gathering to support those energies of the 12/12 to the 21st of the 12th. So it is a birthing the golden child. 3, the number 3 is linked to the golden child energy. 1 + 1 is 2, and that makes 3. The 1 and the 1 together, the 2, add the previous number and you get 3. So 2 + 1 is 3. I'm guided to exchange. Have as the exchange £12, 12 pence. So I posted the event on my page, it's pinned, and I'll add it to the comments for later as well. Okay, so I'm going to pick some rose cards from Rebecca Campbell's rose cards. And just to say, if you do want to join next week, either drop me a message or check out the Ticket Tailor link. It will be awesome to have you with us. There's also a Golden Rose Womb Centre transmission, which I am super excited about. Okay, I think that's enough shuffling. So picking cards for anybody watching, either live or on the replay. And thank you for joining me, those of you who are here. Feel free to put how your day is, where you are, in the comments. Okay, so I'm going to have the bottom card first of all. I don't know this card. This card is Held. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. There it is, Held. So this card is partly about recognizing the community that is around us. How often do we ask for help? How easy do we find it to ask for help? I think often we have a tendency to want to do it all ourselves. And as we move together in unity, in oneness, part of that is about community coming together. And it's about recognizing the power that there is in community, in that coming together. For any of us who've done gatherings together, we know how much more potent it is when there are more people than just one. When two or more gather. And this is also about being held by the earth. This is also, to me, about recognizing Gaia as a being and calling upon Gaia. For help with releasing things and for help in our manifestation, in creation, in bringing things in. And the unseen help, this is also about recognizing that we have multidimensional aspects. We have a higher self, whatever name you wish to put to that. There's a bigger version of us that is more knowing. There's the angelic realm. And there's our spirit guides. So the message for me for this is we don't have to do it all on our own. But we do have to be open to receive in that. And that just draws me to suggest that we just tune into the back of our hearts. So our heart center is about giving and receiving love. But it's about giving and receiving in all ways. How many of us are better at giving than we are at receiving? And in the receiving, we allow others to give. If you think about the pleasure that you get from giving to others, if you're not open to receive, you're denying others that beautiful process. And at this time on the planet, community are coming together. And that can be in the physical or online. So thank you everybody watching. I appreciate that you are here. And do feel free to put any comments if these cards are resonating for you, or just how you're finding the current energies. Crazy to think we're at the end of the year already, almost. The last month. Okay. Which card is next? That one. This card, I think we've had this one before, the wastelands. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Which follows on really nicely from the first one, about being held and about asking for help. So the other thing about giving, if our cup is empty, we're not in a position to give to others. So in replenishing ourselves, we're filling up our cups, tending to our own garden. And I find in winter, I really love to hibernate in winter. In the summer, I can wake up really super early and be so full of energy. And I just think, if only I could just keep on doing this in winter. But when we're just going and going and going, especially in winter, it's a natural process to actually go within, especially in winter. It's a natural process to tend to ourselves, tend to our own garden, and take the time to do that in winter, if you can. But intending to make that a priority. So winter, for me, is the time to slow down. Get those things done that you've been putting off. Another thing that I call on Gaia for, so let's just connect to our own heart and extend our heart awareness out to the heart of Gaia. Connecting with the new earth grids that emanate from her beautiful crystalline heart. And there are many, many, multiple grids of energy. And one of the things that we can call into our bodies from the heart of Gaia, from Mother Earth, is the energy of everything that our body needs. There might be crystalline frequencies that are helpful for our bodies at the moment, so we can call those in. But we can also call in the energies. So I see these energies as like the pre-particle energies of all the nutrients, the gases, the enzymes, amino acids, hormones, everything that keeps our body in the highest functionality. So calling that into our bodies now. And when I do this, tend to feel like a bit of a whoosh of energy coming up from beneath me. And feeling gratitude and love for Gaia. And thank you, Gaia, for those energies. Okay, another card. Going to take my glasses off, but then remembered that I won't be able to read what's on the card. All right, that one is getting my attention. What is this one? The Anointed. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. So the Anointed. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. So what have you been putting off? What have you been getting a nudge to do that you're like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. This is about recognizing that we have gifts that we may not be fully aware of, that may not be fully online yet. But it feels very much at this time that now is the time to offer those gifts out, to offer those gifts to the world. Take the lead, answer that call. And this is also about recognizing that we're capable of doing that. It might be that if you're being called to do some lives on Facebook, for example, or on YouTube, it might be that it takes a few goes before you can press the button, or you might press go live and then go, no, I can't do it, I'm not ready yet, and stop it. And that's okay. Sometimes it takes us a little while to feel comfortable doing these, but it's not necessarily about being comfortable. It's just about doing it, no matter what it looks like. And it's also interesting at this time that many gifts are coming online that we didn't know were there. So what is calling your heart? What are your deepest desires? Maybe it was something that you did as a child that you've forgotten about, but something that's deeply, deeply embedded in there as a gift. Okay. So the card on the bottom of the pack is the Sacred Union. Beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Beloved within, inner and outer relationships. So this may be about a relationship that you're in. It may be about a relationship about to come in. But more than anything, it is about our inner union. And that to me is a lot of what the 3 is about. And it's also linked to the gathering that I'm holding on Monday. Part of what we will be doing is balancing our inner masculine and feminine energies. Masculine and feminine. And when those 2 are merged, when they're balanced, that is when the golden child is birthed. So how are your relationships? How are your outer relationships? What are they showing to you? What are they reflecting to you? Is it time to move on from some of them? Or is it time for them to evolve into something new? The outer is always a reflection of the inner. And the top card, oh, I like this. We are nature. Becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. So this flows on nicely, I feel, from what has been shared already and linked to the first one. And this is quite a passion of mine and something that I feel I'll be doing more videos about. Because I think not necessarily those of you watching this, but even those of us watching this may not have always been in this space of feeling that connection to nature. So this thing of separation, that we are separate from each other, that we are separate and somehow superior to the earth, is something that we're working on as mankind, humankind. And I think we're just starting to recognize that we are one with nature. We are so intrinsically linked to nature. We're not separate from it. How can, how can we be? So we're really being encouraged to spend more time in nature, to connect with the trees, to connect with the birds, to connect with the unseen beings, the fairies, all of them from that realm, the beings of inner earth, the shining ones, even Sasquatch. So there are many beings connected to the earth, living on, in, around the earth. They're of a higher frequency than we are, which is why we can't always see them unless it's with our peripheral vision. And they're getting really excited that more and more of us are recognizing them as beings and are actively looking to connect with them, actively looking to receive wisdom from them, receive guidance from them. So some of the videos that I've been filming this year, a couple of which I've got out on Heartful Living with Denise on my YouTube channel, and I do still have Inner Peace with Denise YouTube. But the new channel, one of the things that I really wanted to share about is, for example, when you're gardening, when you're out in nature, to commune with the plants, to commune with Gaia, to commune with the spirit of the plants and with the nature spirits. Because it's actually really helpful. So if you're going to plant a plant in the garden, where does this plant want to be? Or are we deciding for them? So what I've been doing in my garden this year, I'll place the plant in the position that, as we communicate with each other, seems to be the right one. And just let the plant check it out. Is it happy there? Even when I'm actually putting it in the ground, having one last check before it goes in. Is this the right position? Are you facing the way that you want to be facing? And there is so much wisdom to be had, to be received, especially from the trees. And even the birds. We might think the birds haven't been around that long in terms of individuals, but they're tapped into the collective knowledge. And these beings are really singing more loudly to us. The whispers that they've been whispering for eons into our ears are getting louder. The veil is getting much thinner between the worlds. So I feel that a lot of people who aren't necessarily open to this yet are going to be. I think when they're taking the time to go into nature, I think people are really beginning to recognize there's a lot more consciousness there. And they might hear the robin saying, "Good morning." What's that? Am I hearing voices? There's a lot of stigma attached to the hearing of voices. They may sit beside a tree and recognize that they just feel calmer when they're walking through nature. They just feel better. And especially as so much strong energy is coming through at the moment, you might not be in the position to have your bare feet on the ground. It's a little bit chilly for that. But you can still go and hug a tree. You can still put your hands on the trunk of a tree and just really connect. And I love when I'm connecting with trees, giving the tree a hug, or standing with your back leaning against the tree so your spine is against the trunk. Or, if the branches allow you to do this, actually climbing in with the tree, into the tree. One of my favourite trees around here, half of it fell down in a storm a couple of years ago. So half of it is still upright and the other half fell down, but it fell onto a slope, which means that now I can climb into the highest branches and just sit in there. Those branches, actually I'd never climbed into that tree because the first branches were quite high and I'm quite short. So I'm really grateful that the tree allowed part of it to come down so that I can connect with those higher branches and just sit in there. Okay. So we are nature. Embodiment. So just to go back to that point, when we've been through things in our lives that are painful, that are traumatic, our tendency is to pull out of our bodies a little bit, to not be fully here, to not be fully present, not be fully anchored into our bodies. And part of the process that we're going through now is embodiment. And for me, embodiment is, to start with, it's the human being here, the human being present in the human body. It's what we came for. You know, to taste food properly, to look at all the colours in nature, to really feel everything. And although many see that as being difficult, it's actually a real asset. It's one of our superpowers. So the embodiment, first of all, it's about the human being fully in the body. And in that, it's important to release those traumas, release those pains from our body. But our higher self can't anchor in if the human's not here. The human has to anchor in first. And with that, our higher self is able to anchor in too. Okay. Just going to have a little look at the comments. Thank you, Isabella. Marie said, just watching the snow starting to fall as you picked the feeling the connection to nature card. Yeah, we had a little bit of snow here. I didn't see it fall, but I saw a car go past with about that much snow on it. And there's just that very, very light covering. I'm feeling cold talking about snow. Beautiful. Thank you, Siobhan. Hi, Sahara. Oops. Where was I? Thank you, Marie. Okay. All right, so that's the cards done. Told you about the gathering next Monday. Oh, this is really cold. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, so these are elven chimes. Oops, don't know if I can hold 3. Ugh. So if there's any areas of your body that you're working with at the moment, that you're working with the energy of, any parts of your body that are drawing your attention, just breathe love into those areas. And just allow these sound frequencies to help break up any blockages that might be present in the energy field. connecting to the heart of Gaia, connecting to the heart of the sun, connecting to the heart of the galaxy, and connecting to the heart of the universe. Visualizing your crown nice and open so that cosmic healing frequencies of energy can move into your body, into your spinal column, and out into all of your energy centers. A nice little visualization to do is to visualize that above your head is a disc of light, and that can be any color of light. I'm seeing like an amethyst color at the moment with flecks of gold. So if it works for you to visualize that, so it's a disc of light, and then like a coffee plunger, that disc of light is going to move down through your body, flushing the energy as it moves through and cleaning the energy as it moves through. So the violet amethyst color is transmuting the heavier energies into lighter energies. So visualizing it moving all the way down through your body, down your legs, and out through your feet to Mother Earth. And then just repeating that again. So above your head, a violet and gold coloured disc of light. And then like a coffee plunger, and it's surrounding your body as well as going through. So allowing it to move down through your body, through all of your organs, all of your energy centres. Down and down and down till it reaches the bottom of your spine, and then down your legs and out through your feet. And let's do one more for good measure. So the violet and gold disc of light above your head, flushing it down through your body, taking with it any of the heavier, denser energies, or transmuting them to lighter ones. All the way down your body, down through your legs and out through your feet. And you can repeat that with any other colours that you wish, or stick with violet and gold. And I'm just getting the nudge to bring some light language through to assist in this process. Hele kian torun do hier mikit de noko lekia ist adadada. Kiela kian torun naya kia kudo rutikidikitaban miki hele kian torun no kukuk lekia tototon tadadata aki tetor malaiki lekian to oranakia. Hulikist aranekiana on no kuilikia tadan to oratuku urunaka. Kiale kiant orna kiamo on it arataki ia. Mihiel earana kuist. Malakia naya kurla kiam boy it tata anakuru oya. Amakile kia la nakio it oyaratu oratakit an. Makile paranaki uista. Kieli ki an ori te bar nui te to unko te bare te ki tu un tu tur. Malaki yana ko uista. Ani me kiele ya no ya to un ku. Alaka ya na ku ya yo no uya to un. Ki ala ya na ko to uya to ana. So taking a few long and slow deep breaths, breathing in all the way down as far as you can in your body, letting your belly rise on your in-breath, breathing out from all the nooks and crannies in our bodies, breathing out the gunk, breathing in the love, breathing out the blah. Okay. Thank you for joining me, either on the live or on the replay or on YouTube. And if you would like to join us on Monday on the 1212 Gateway at 6:30 p.m. GMT, the exchange is £12.12, a substantial reduction. And it's about birthing the golden child with a golden rose womb center transmission with light language and sound. Okay. Thank you, everybody who's been here. I hope this was helpful. If it was, and you feel to, please share it along. I think that might be it. Hi, Becky. Oh, beautiful, Isabella. Thank you. About seeing the elementals. Yeah, those little flecks of light, that little bit of movement that you see, especially when it's just a little. Sometimes movement can be big, like a big being, like an angelic being. But sometimes the movement is small, like a little spark of light. And I'm just getting the nudge to say, next time we're going for a walk in nature, send love to the fairies, send love and gratitude to the fairies. I'm sure a lot of you do that already. And the trees, and everything, the birds, everything. All right. I'm waffling now, so I think it's time to go. Thank you again. Love, 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 love.